Alright, let's move on to tactic 2, creating urgency without burning trust. Now, we've all seen urgency done wrong. You know the type. You need to sign today or the deal is done. This is a one time offer. This kind of pressure doesn't feel like an opportunity. It feels like manipulation. And what happens? Prospects runs, they ghost you, they don't have a reason to trust you. Here's the reality. True urgency doesn't come from pressure, it comes from value. Your job isn't to corner the client into saying yes, it's to show them why saying yes now benefits them. Two reasons why this works. Number one, humans are wired to prioritize the immediate. We respond to timelines, deadlines, and quick wins. Number two, we fear missing out on opportunities. If moving forward now means solving a pain point, saving money, or gaining an edge, the decision feels logical, not forced. Today I'm going to show you how to create urgency the right way that aligns with your prospect goals, keeps momentum alive, and makes everything moving forward feel like the only smart choice. Let me tell you about James, a business to business rep who lost a $40,000 deal simply because he didn't create urgency. James had been working with a mid-sized healthcare facility for months. He delivered great demos, sent detailed proposals, and built solid relationships with the decision makers. But there was one problem. James never gave them a reason to move quickly. He let every call end with, "Let me know when you're ready to move forward." Fast forward 3 months, James got an email we all dread. The facility replied, "James, we really liked your proposal, but our Q4 budget got cut. Unfortunately, we're going to have to hold off until next year." Here's what's happened. James assumed they'll move forward on his timeline. He didn't tie urgency to their goals, and as a result, the deal stalled until it died. If James had said something like, "If we get started this month, you'll see your results before Q4, which helps you stay ahead of your staffing needs," that might help the deal move forward. Here's the takeaway. Clients don't always see urgency on their own. It's your job to help them connect the dots. So let's break this down. Here's how you create urgency that feels like an opportunity, not pressure. Step 1. Tie urgency to the client's goals. Urgency works best when it's tied directly to what the client wants or needs. Here's what I mean. Imagine you're talking to a healthcare staffing agency, and their biggest pain point is filling shifts before flu season hits. You could say, "If you get started this week, we'll have the lead system up and running within 3 weeks." That means you'll start filling shifts before flu season kicks in, and you'll stay ahead of the staffing shortages everyone else will face. Here's why it works. You're connecting speed to their outcome, not yours. You're painting a picture of what happens if they move forward now. Another example. Let's say pricing is a factor. Instead of saying, "This price is going to go up next week," you tie it to value. If you lock this in by Friday, you'll save 15% and free up that budget for other priorities. Notice the difference? You're not pushing, you're giving them a reason to act now because it helps them win. Here's the first challenge. On your next call, listen for the client's timelines and their goals. Ask yourself, how can I tie urgency to what matters to them? Step 2. Use time sensitive value, not pressure. Let's talk about deadlines. Now, I'm not saying you should make up fake time limits. That destroys trust. But you can create real time sensitive value that motivates the client to act. Here are a few examples. Time limited incentives. If you finalize this by Friday, we can lock in this quarter's pricing before next month's rate hikes. Capacity or demand. We only take on 3 clients per quarter, and we're holding a spot for you until Friday. After that, we'll need to revisit availability. Tangible results. If we get started this week, you'll see your pipeline filled with qualified leads before next quarter's big meeting. The key here is that urgency feels logical. It's not a threat. You're showing that the client why now is the best time to move forward. Ask yourself, What's one real deadline or value driven incentive you can offer on the next call? Set it up, deliver it with confidence, and watch what happens. Step 3. Control the timeline with micro commitments. Finally, let's talk about micro commitments. Small time bound steps that keeps momentum alive. Here's the problem with most sales calls. They end with open-ended phrases like, "Let me know when you're ready." That's a death sentence for momentum. Here's what you need to say instead. "I'll send you the proposal today. Let's schedule 10 minutes tomorrow to review it together." "I'll block off Thursday at 10 a.m. for us to finalize the next steps." Does that work? By setting small, specific timelines, you're doing two things. One, you're keeping the client engaged. Two, you're subtly controlling the pace of the deal. Think of micro commitments like chess moves. Every small step moves you closer to closing. Here's your nano challenge. End every call or email with a specific time bound next step. Never leave things open ended. Take a moment and ask yourself 1. How often am I tying urgency to the client goals? 2. Am I offering time sensitive value or am I relying on pressure? 3. Do I control next steps with micro commitments or do I leave things open ended? Be honest, because in recognizing where you're falling short is the first step to fixing it.